Welcome to Forest Lake Preserve in North Carolina. When you turn into the park, stay to the right, pull up at the check-in lane, and check in at the ranger station. Check-in here is super simple. Just stay to the right side and go into the ranger station and they will check you in. Okay, I believe 11 o'clock check-in is getting a little backed up. Right after passing the gate, on your right is a big parking lot by the office where you can go and unhook if you have a towed or trailer and need to unhook that. This is a great place to do that. The parking lot is huge and could be used for overflow parking. The dog park is up here on the right past the ranger station and gate as well, right in front of the office. We haven't seen a little dog park in a long time. Nikita's really happy. Nikita, ready? Linda? No? You want to play? You're too busy sniffing around? On the outside of the dog park, there's a picnic table. And the inside of the park, there are 2 chairs. So you can just kick back, relax, and play ball with your dog. They have a dog waste station in here. And they have a Nikita. Nikita, say hi. Nikita. Where'd you go? You were so distracted. Want the bone instead? Go get it. Now I guess the bone won. Nikita, sit. Good girl. Instead of calling these pool number 1 and pool number 2, we'll call them pool at the top of the hill, pool at the bottom of the hill. The pool at the bottom of the hill is at the clubhouse. The pool at the top of the hill is at the lodge. Both really nice pools. A quick service announcement. If you looked online and saw that they had a hot tub spa, sad to say, they've filled it in and it's been gone for a few years now. The pool at the top of the hill has a fenced-in 2-foot kiddie pool. So, getting ready to mail off some postcards for the grandkids right here at the campground. This is the front office. If you have any questions, this is where you come. Or if you want to see a membership specialist. After you pass the ranger station, you go down the hill and into the campground. If you stay straight, you will go to areas A, B, and G. If you take a right, you will find C, D, and E area. Right off of Road F, you can see a semicircle where you can purchase propane. Check with the office for times of distribution and propane prices. This area used to be the sanitation station, but each side here has its very own sewer setup. You can also find the dumpsters here. There are plenty of amenities here, including outside movies. Make sure you check out the schedule to see what movie's playing while you're here. The volleyball court is right beside the pickleball court. There's plenty of room out here for you to play pickleball. A great way to spend the evening playing basketball. They have a full court here for you. Don't want to unpack your cornhole game? Come out to the common area and use theirs. The playground is right outside the lodge store and grill. Nicely situated right between the adult pool and the kid pool. This building is the store, grill, and lodge. If you want to drive up, there is some handicap parking here. And it is open Wednesday through Sunday. There's a pavilion attached right off the lodge, so if you get some food from the grill, you can come out here and eat or bring your own picnic lunch. It's also right beside the pool. There's a small stage right here inside the pavilion. Perhaps you can host a talent show or have a band. Bring your camp chair, come out and join us. One of my favorites is the community fire pit. There are 3 horseshoe pits here with scoreboards. All sites here are full hookup. Some are paved, some are graveled. There are comfort stations scattered throughout the campground. Some of the bathhouses have family-style bathrooms. Very roomy, making it easier if you have a small family. You can bring your kids and shower them, and I'll be very comfortable in here. The main roads around the campgrounds are paved. The side roads going into the areas are gravel, but they're in pretty good shape. I say that because we just came from Lynchburg and the roads are a little gnarly. We're going to put that link up above and you can check that out after you've finished watching this one. Throughout the park, you'll find these cute little boxes that have bags for you. You might have to carry to the trash can, but at least you'll have a bag close by. Keep an eye out on the arrows on the road. There are no signs, so your only indicator if it's a one-way street or a two-way street are the arrows that are brightly painted on the road. A and B loop is where you'll find most of your 30 amp full hookup sites. The lake is a catch and release fishing lake only. I checked with the office and you can fish here without a license. You can rent one of these rustic cabins sitting here right on the lakeside. They have getaway cabins on top of the hill. They have a small beachy area zoned off. You can swim here at your own risk. There's a picnic table right here on the beach front. If you want to have a picnic or a grill out by the lake, they have a pavilion here with picnic tables and a grill. There's a miniature golf course right down beside the lake. You can build a little fort here in the sand, and Nikita can watch over it. There's a small bridge you can cross over the lake, maybe even throw a fishing line over there. This lake has lots of cattails and lily pads. Check with the office to see if you can take out a couple of canoes while you're here. Cool fun fact about this preserve is that it once was part of the Coolumee tobacco and cotton plantation that dates back to 1817. There are still a few of the historic relics of the past that remain on the campground. Today I'm going to take you around and show those to you. The Coolumee plantation was once owned by the Hairston family, and here you'll find Hairston Hall. Hairston Hall is where they host Bible teaching and fellowship at 2 p.m. on Sunday afternoons. The hall is set up just like a little church. Wish we could check it out inside. They have a little pulpit, piano, and tables and chairs. Right beside the hall is the clubhouse. Between D and E area, there is a comfort station that hosts one of two of your laundromats. There are 4 washing machines here and 4 dryers. They both take coins or can be used with CSC. There's a folding table, place to hang your clothes, as well as a place to sit down. Washers and dryers are $1.50 each. Inside the women's restroom, there are 3 bathrooms and 2 showers. Once you pull back the curtain, there is a changing area with a seat. There's a place to hang your clothes, towels, or a bag. Standard shower head and your shower floor. There are 2 sinks with 2 mirrors. This path is going to lead you to the Pioneer Cemetery, which is a historical landmark on the preserve. It's a well-traveled path, pretty easy to walk on. And we're going to stay straight on the path. Oh, wow. Okay, then it's not far up here at all. Do not take a right. Absolutely stay on straight and you will find the cemetery. This is the 17th century pioneer graveyard. We're going to see if we can find one particular stone that is dated from 1822. This one looks to be about 1885. Here's one from 1803, 1805. We found the tombstone dated 1822. This one particular stone that dates 1822 is the recorded death of an 11-year-old girl. Here lies an 11-year-old girl. It's said that someone who has never been seen puts flowers on this little girl's grave at the beginning of each month. It was also said that a former employee at Forest Lake once reported that fresh flowers were placed on the grave after they had just received fresh snow, and there were no footprints. Do you think they're pioneer ghosts? If you continue past the Pioneer Graveyard, up around the corner, you'll end up at the lake. Flake, the rock snake from Forest Lake. Add a painted rock to see how big I can get. This is a 19th century tobacco barn which stands right in the center of Loop C. It was part of the Coolumee plantation that was once owned by the Hairston family. When tobacco is harvested, the cut plants and pulled leaves are immediately transferred to the tobacco barns. This still happens today, just not in old barns like this. This tobacco barn looks like it's still in good enough shape to cure tobacco. Section C restroom. Fred and I are in Section C, where they have 4 stalls. One of those stalls is a handicap stall with railings. There are 3 shower stalls. One is wider than the other to accommodate those that need a little extra assistance. When you pull back the pink curtain, each one has a place to hang your stuff as well as a seat. It's a little changing area. Standard shower head and the shower floor. There are 3 sinks and 3 mirrors here. The lodge house sits at the top of the hill. Man, we're here on a Monday and Tuesday. They're closed. I would love to have tried their caramel, white chocolate, mocha, French vanilla, regular, any of those wonderful iced coffees. We ate one of these, very similar to this style, at Pio Pico. We'll put the link up there and you can check that out after you finish this video. At the front of this big room, there are plenty of tables and chairs lining the walls of the lodge. Are all kinds of video games, prize grabbers, a change machine, and all kinds of things to gravitate your children to this room. They have an air hockey machine. The pool tables are $1 and they take quarters only. Anybody up for a game of ping pong? It's one of my favorite games. In the center of the game is a TV with some couches. I'm not sure how you'd concentrate on anything playing, but hey, put a football game on. That's always a good one when you're playing different activities. Off to the side, you can go through this big entryway. In here, you will discover a kids' book room. There's also a smaller area in here for a TV. I'm not sure if it's much quieter in here, but it's off to the side. Have your pet with you? Can't go inside? There's a little service window here. Ring bell, and they'll come and serve you right here at the window. You can take whatever you get from the service window and bring it right here to the picnic tables alongside the pool. The laundry room at the clubhouse is a bit smaller than the one at E-Loop. There are 3 washing machines in here and 3 dryers. They are $1.50 each. They take quarters as well as a CSE card. The clubhouse looks quite cozy. There's a seating area here to watch movies and sit by the fireplace. Stacked up by the end table, there are some VHS tapes and DVDs for your pleasure, along with a few magazines in case you get bored with your partner's choice of movies. You can come in here and work on a puzzle. In the corner, they have a selection of several puzzles. There's a small book exchange here. We're still reading ours, so it'll probably be a few more stops before we grab one and exchange one. If you want to grab a book and just chill out in leather seats here, maybe fake leather, well, perhaps plastic, but kick back, read a few pages of the book. The clubhouse has a microwave and a small kitchen. Bring some popcorn, have a little snack. I'm thinking these high tops look good enough for a cheese and wine night. Forest Lake assigned sites. We were assigned site C77. Our site was plenty big enough for both Bullwinkle and Rocky. This is a 50 amp site, full hookup. Our site here was a back end gravel site. Our yard was gravel, came with a picnic table. It also has a fire pit. Looks like it needed to be cleaned out before we got here.
All right, it's time for the Forest Lake Cellular Service Report. Well, first place is T-Mobile at 68.8 megabits per second down, upload 29.2 megabits per second up. AT&T second place at 34.4 megabits per second down and 32.4 megabits per second up. And third place is Verizon at 28.6 megabits per second down and 5.44 megabits per second up. All these are pretty good numbers, so you shouldn't have a lot of problems with your internet there. But again, I always encourage you, go outside, enjoy the fresh air. Hey, there's a lake. You could do some fishing. Talk to you next time.